Knowing how to code is a very valuable skill and could lead to many job opportunities in the future. But if only there was a way to make learning it just less boring, you know? Whoa! Today, we're gonna learn how to get started with Python. You know, the basics, hello world, and all that. Oh, it's warm, but still good. Still good. So the way that this is gonna work is I'm gonna do my own research from 3 different resources: Codecademy, Python.org, and ChatGPT. I will learn as much as I can and then mush it all together and present it for you. Sound good? Great. Cue the time lapse. Okay, I'm back from doing my research for today, and I didn't get as far as I thought I would. First, let's start from the very beginning, just downloading Python. It's pretty simple. All I did was download Python, click the first link, go to downloads, and if you're on Mac like I am, just click the one that it suggests. And from there, you just follow the instructions. So here's where things got a little confusing for me. It took a second to wrap my head around. So Python is made up of 2 parts. You have the interactive section and you have the script writing section. And I'll explain both. So all we have to do is go to our apps and click idle right here. Okay, so this is the interactive section. And to open the script writing section, all we have to do is go to File in the top left and click New File. Okay. So our script section is where we'll be writing our programs, the long ones, the ones that we want to save. So once we save and run our program, the outcome will appear in the interactive section. Now you might be thinking, why is it called the interactive section if it just prints out results? But it doesn't. You can also, for example, you can also mess around with it. You can also write 2 plus 2 and press enter and it gives you 4. So yeah, you can code on the interactive section as well. But for the longer programs, you want to use the script section. Okay, yeah, so we have Python downloaded and running. We have the script portion and the interactive part ready to go. So now we can finally learn to code. Okay, so I took some notes. I did some research. Here's what I want to go through. Oh yeah, we have Python docs notes here for today, but basically everything I read from the Python docs is what inspired me to learn about the whole 2 different sections. So I think downloading Python and learning how the 2 sections work is enough from that resource for today. Okay, so Codecademy, what I learned from there. Oh yeah, I got like 10 minutes into Codecademy and I had to pay for their membership. I'll make it worth it. So a program. A program is a text file containing commands, containing your code. So the way we turn this script section into a program is, well, first we have to fill it with some code. So let's go to comments real quick. A comment is started with a hashtag. That's what I know it as. A hashtag. And comments don't affect the functionality of your code. It's basically just for you or anyone else who's reading your code to leave comments. So let's just say, I love beer. No. So this is already a program. Good job. We did it. So to save this as a program, all we have to do is go to File, Save As, and now we can name it. I'm going to name it I love beer .py. Python programs always need to end in .py. That's a fact. I'll save this in desktop, but I definitely recommend making a folder for all of your programs. So if we look around our desktop, you could see, I already messed with another program over here. You can see I love beer right here. And if we double click on it, I actually don't know what happened. Yeah. Well, let me try closing it. So it's already saved. Double click on it. Boom. I love beer. All right. Now let's run our program. So let's go to run over here. run module. Now you can see, oh no, there's no result. Well, that's because all we have is a comment. So let's actually start writing some code that'll give us an outcome. All right, print. Print is a function which I don't know the definition of, so I will be right back. So a function is a reusable block of code that performs a specific task. And the task of the print function is to let the computer talk. And whatever we put inside of the parentheses is what it's going to say. So if I want my program to say, I love beer, what we would do is print. And remember, if we want to write text, you always have to put it in either double or single quotes. It doesn't matter. You would write double quotes, I love beer. So now, when we run our code, go up here, run module. Oh, see, we almost forgot to save. Source must be saved. Okay to save? Sure. There we go. I love beer right there. Congrats. Congrats. You know, I deserve another beer. I'll be right back. Oops. Anytime you see text, basically, anytime, it's known as a string. String is a data type. We'll get more into data types probably the next video, but yeah. Any text in code is basically a string. So might want to get used to saying that. And it can either be single quote or double quote. It doesn't matter. What's wrong with my laptop? And side note, if you're a real beginner, I would use save as for the first time you're saving your program so that you can name it, and then every time you update it, just click save. Cool. Variables. Variables are used for storing data. They can store many different types of data, as we talked about what we'll cover in next video. But let's see how variables can store strings. Let's say I have a favorite beer. I don't drink that much beer, but I would say Miller Lite is my favorite. But the point is that it can always change. So let's create the variable my favorite beer. So real quick, there's some rules to creating variables. It cannot start with a number, so that would not work. And there can be no spaces. That's why you can see me using underscores. So you should be good. So my favorite beer, and let's set it to a string Miller Lite. Perfect. The equal sign basically just means my favorite beer is. So for now, equal sign means is. Here's where the coding starts. Here's where we become hackers, but not really. You can write print my favorite beer. So let's save our code and click run. Boom! I love beer, Miller Lite. Now let's dig a little deeper. You can put multiple things inside of the print function. We can write a string my favorite beer is, and it's really cute. You can put an addition symbol and then put my favorite beer. It's like a little game we're playing. And then of course, if you save and run module, I love beer, my favorite beer is Miller Lite. Now you can see there's a little mess up right here. there's no space. When you put the addition symbol, that isn't going to give you a space. So in your string before the addition, you're going to want to just put a little space right there. And then save, run module. There we go. Now looks better. Now the last part of today's video is, if you'll recall, I said that variables can change. So let's say right now I'm feeling that my favorite beer is a Bud Light. So as we did earlier with my favorite beer is Miller Lite, we'll do the exact same with my favorite beer, which you can just copy and paste for the most part, so you don't have to spend time typing everything over again. My favorite beer is Bud Light. I don't know why I thought the light in Bud Light would be spelled any different from Miller Lite. Just ignore that. So when we do this, it only affects the variable after this point. So the way Python reads and runs your code is from top to bottom. The variables we change down here isn't going to affect what we set the variable up here. So in this function, print my favorite beer, it's still going to be Miller Lite. So let's go down and print the exact same function, and what we'll get is I love beer. My favorite beer is Miller Lite. My favorite beer is Bud Light. So look at that, baby. We're programming. What a very, very good start. No one's probably watching this, but I had a lot of fun. Have a blessed night, stranger.